So, Chapter 2, History of Forensic Photography. So, learning objectives. At the end of this chapter, the student will be able to 1. Describe the camera obscura. 2. Enumerate significant events in the pre-photographic history. 3. Identify advances in photographic technology during the 19th century. 4. The beginnings of forensic imaging. 5. Explain the contribution of Alphonse M. Bertillon in criminology. 6. Enumerate important developments in forensic imaging in the 20th century. So, police photography. In this chapter, it discusses the history and evolution of police photography. Some sources of several photography and forensic science books are mostly based off Western point of view. Robert C. Sanders, in his chapters on history of forensic imaging in crime scene photography, there are several dates related to some photographic inventions. These tributes are mistaken by other authors using the date the research started, using the date the research first produced successful results, using the date the invention was announced, and using the date and invention was patented. Sanders, 2010. So next, pre-photographic history. The Upper Paleolithic period is considered as the earliest creation of pictorial recording that could be traced 35,000 years ago. Pictures can be a record of actual hunting of the time or religious petitions for a bountiful hunting. It says that pictorial images are very significant because they demonstrate how human culture is totally linked to photography. Wright, 1999. The imaging begins with the camera obscura. It is a darkened room with a small hole or lens at one side and it is the first pinhole camera. The description of camera obscura considered by Robert C. Sanders. Most likely, the Arab scholar Hassan bin al-Haytham wrote in 1038. The pinhole were used by the scientists to observe the sun and artists to make sketches, and the other two authors who first described the camera obscura are Roger Bacon in 1267 and Leonardo da Vinci in 1490, Sanders 2010 in 1550, Girolamo Cardano added the lens of camera obscura and coursed mirrors to produce an upright image in 1558 by Giovanni Battista della Porta, and the invention of diaphragm in 1568 by Daniel Barbaro. Jean Helot is the first one who used the word photography. That means writing with light. He used photographic process to make a secret writings visible by exposure to light in 1737. And in 1975, Thomas Wedgwood made the attempt to use photographic process to take a photograph with a camera obscura, but he failed. The Focal Encyclopedia of Photography defined the photography as could be made permanent. and these books outline the important pre-photographic events in history. And in 12,200 were simple glass lenses introduced in 1472. Leonardo da Vinci discovered the multicolored nature of white light in 1676, where J.C. Sturm invented a portable camera obscura with reflex mirror and focusing lens. In 1704, Sir Isaac Newton published Optics and elaborated on his corpuscular theory of light. In 1725, G.H. Schultz experimented light sensitivity of silver salts, contact image, and silver nitrate in a bottle. In 1758, John Dollond invented the achromatic lens. In 1777, G.C. Lichtenberg developed electrostatic discharge patterns with dry powders, and on the same year, C.W. Scheele discovered that blackening of silver chloride in the violet and the blue of the spectrum is quicker than by the other. In 1800, Sir John Herschel discovered infrared radiation, and on the same year, T. Wood and H. Davy discovered that contact copying of cellulose leaves etc. is sensitized with silver nitrate. In 1801, G.W. Ritter discovered the blackening of silver chloride by ultraviolet radiation. In 1815 to 1820, Sir David Brewster invented the optical system of the future parlor stereoscope. In 1816, J. Nicéphore Niepce discovered that camera photographs on paper are sensitized with silver chloride. In 1819, Sir John Herschel discovered thiosulfates and the solution of silver halides by hypo. And in 1822 to 1825, J. Nicéphore Niepce discovered copying of engravings on glass, zinc, and pewter sensitized. Advances in photographic technology, the first half of 19th century highlights the attempts to perfect photography.